It's your drive home on Hot 103. Folks, looks like that storm is headed right for us. Gonna put some gas in my Furman generator, stop by the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and of course, watch Mike's weather page. Y'all stay safe out there.
Tropics rage. You'll always have a friend here at Mike's weather page. Mike's weather page, Mike's weather page, Mike's weather page. You can depend, he'll keep you safe, he'll keep it locked. Mike's weather page.
What's up, everybody? We'll let the music roll while we get people logged in. Oh, what's up? Happy Saturday. Oh, yeah, it's our new song. We got some people have been in here for a while. We got a new tune for the year. Thanks to our buddy Andy Simmons. I am not in Daytona anymore. What's up, Miss Shelley? I made it across Interstate 4. I'm home. The worst road on the planet. It'll drive you to drinking. Interstate 4. If you need a reason to drink, go drive Interstate 4. So we're going to do a special little Tropics here. Give it another 30 seconds. We like to give everybody time to log in. What's up, Darcel? What's up, Robin down south? What's up, Lori Rye? Like the new song? Cool. Manny says they're falling apart like Chevys. I drive a Shelly. Ethan, any traffic over on YouTube? Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Let's do it. Let's talk weather. Let's do it. All right. So good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday evening. We do some special lives. I usually don't announce them, but I did today. Took a couple days over in Daytona Beach. We were at the NASCAR race. It was a lot of fun. Holy cow, the thing got over last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. Ruined our plans to go out, but it was a great race. I loved hanging out with the JD Motorsports guys. Congratulations to Ryan Vargas getting sixth spot. We hung out in the lobby at the hotel till 5:30 in the morning. We met a bunch of fans. I don't know where the heck the time went. I don't think I've ever been up that late. Might have been a record for me. But I was up at 9:30. We were ready to go. We went back to the track. Said goodbye to a bunch of people. So anyway, so this is our Daily Brew. We talk weather. This is Mike from Mike's Weather Page. Just your unofficial weather blogger, meteorologist. Not a meteorologist, a meteorologist. As always, get your official information from National Hurricane Center, National Hurricane Center, NWS, NHC. And we will, but we'll digest what's going on. There's a lot of anxiety out there. Not for Louis, though. He's not too nervous. So I kind of want to set the stage here. This has been a wild year. By the way, we're looking at live satellite. This is your live satellite. This is weathernerds.org. You might have heard the song introduction. Big thanks to our friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Was able to see them this weekend over there at Daytona Beach area. So big thanks to them for supporting us here at Mike's Weather Page and all of our fans. So always like to do a big shout out to them. But this is our live look at the Radar Wide Chit Chat. So we got Tropics brewing. In case you just kind of haven't been following us, we've been talking a lot about the GFS has been a really rough model this year. And the GFS has been spitting out storms every run. We've had probably 50 Phantom GFS hurricanes this year. So I'm really surprised. I've been seeing some TV stations sharing the GFS model, getting people all worked up. So, you know, if you've been following us, we've been kind of discrediting those a lot. But we are seeing the tropics wake up. So that's what we got to talk about. Way too early in the game to know anything. The way these models have been, just the whole point of this live is to show you what's happening now and what the latest projections are in likelihood of what we could see towards Labor Day weekend. Okay, we got friends down in the Lesser Antilles. It looks like our system right here that we're going to be talking about. This is the main player we're going to be talking about mainly. It looks like it's going kind of west-northwest, but this general area, the timing is still the same, Thursday, Friday of the following week coming up. So that's been on our radar for days. It still looks like it could reach there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's slowing down a little bit. It's a big system, but it is trekking your way. You'll get it first. And then we're going to talk about Bahamas and Southeast possibilities. So there you go. The other thing I want to talk about real quick, this has been a really interesting feature. This is the leftover golf blob. You can see it here very well on Weather Nerds. Nothing's, Louis is looking at it right now. Louis is excited. Louis is looking right at it. He's like, what is that, Dad? This is not tropical. It's a tail end of a front. This whole frontal boundary, unfortunately, that's been juicing up Daytona. We talked about it last week. It definitely played out. I hate it when the models are right. But we got an interesting little blob out there. There's no circulation with it yet, but you always watch tails of fronts, and you know, you never know. I mean, this is not that area that I just pointed to is not what the models are showing on the NHC map. This is a whole different setup. The NHC is not even showing this, so it's not tropical. But from history, you just kind of watch these little blobs, these old tails of fronts. So that's happening now. But we're going to talk about the official stuff. Here's the official map. And then we're going to put Louis down. So I'd like to say some highs. I'd like to get right into this because we don't want to... I'm not bored, Super Connections. I love it. The race was wild. It was fun. No, I'm going to put you down, buddy. The doggy was so happy to see me. Did you miss your daddy? I really did miss you. By the way, he is marketable. I am his agent. If there's any major companies out there that would like the coolest dog on the planet to represent your brand, you know, i.e. Miller, he's for sale. But I get a cut. All right, so here's what's happening. This is the latest 2 p.m. tropical update from the National Hurricane Center. A lot of people get confused. There's two maps that the National Hurricane Center uses. This is your 2-day map. Right here, this is a little confusing to people because this only shows one spot. These are areas that could develop within the next 2 days. This is our Middle Atlantic spot right here. The 5-day map is this general area is where we can see development in the next 5 days. That means today's Saturday, so 5 days from today, which is what is that, Julie? 5 days from today. Wednesday? Thursday. The NHC is pretty much saying anytime up till Thursday, we could have some development happen here. So this is the time window. Any time in this window here, in the next 5 days, we could see development by Thursday. So that's kind of what that means. So we have 3 spots. All right, so we have this wave coming off of Africa that's been talked about a lot. This is the Middle Atlantic wave that we need to really focus on. This area into the Gulf is not really showing up too strong on models. The GFS keeps showing it, but as we mentioned before, the GFS has been terrible this year. We're going to look at ensembles. This is at 20%. This is at 40% from the NHC, and this is at 20%. General trends is kind of high on that one. There is another one coming behind this one that could ride a little lower, but this is the one we got to watch. All right, so let's go into that. So first thing I always do, we're going to go, let's pull this up. I just got this done just a minute ago. I posted this. This is your afternoon 12Z. These just came out. your afternoon Euro ensembles on weathernerds.org. So this is a really good shot here of what's happening. So this is next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, next weekend, okay? Labor Day weekend. I keep mentioning Labor Day weekend. This could be somewhere here by Monday, which is Labor Day. But there's a big but. We like big buts here. There is a chance of a recurve. And that word has not been used all season long. The tropics are waking up and we use the word recurve. So there's no guarantee that this thing is going to impact the U.S. yet. Now, it's becoming very likely that this is going to impact possibly the Bahamas. But as far as the United States goes, there's no guarantees yet that this is going to impact. We're looking at a possibility of a classic recurve, but there are models showing it reach Florida. I just have to put that out there. The other area is the Gulf area, and as I mentioned, very few ensembles are showing development. There's middle week. There could be a little energy down here that gets pulled up. Oh, I keep saying the same thing over and over. Models are off and on again. That's a great new term I use this year, off and on again. This Gulf area, off and on, low confidence, just not really too concerned about that yet. And then our next wave that the NAC marked is this guy, and then there's another one that could be coming off Africa over the weekend. So let's focus everything on this right now. We're not going to talk about anything else unless you want to talk about anything else. So we're going to tropical tidbits, and we're going to show you. We do not have a Gulf storm, Shannon. And all that follow a bazillion weather pages like I do, the GFS last week was showing a hurricane to Texas, to Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina. And everyone got shared, and everyone got everybody worked up. People on the East Coast thought they were going to get a hurricane. And there's no hurricane out there right now. There's not even an invest. People ask me, where are the spaghetti models? Hey, anybody want to buy Lake Shore's pass? If they get rained out tonight, you could use it tomorrow. There's nothing confident right now, so there's no reason to be worried at all. Just aware that we could have something brewing. Tropics are waking up. Wind shear is expected to decrease. The moisture in the Atlantic is definitely making a little turn here. Your latest water vapor loop here shows you that. This wave we were tracking last week come off of Africa. If you remember, we were talking about this juicy spot that was ahead of it. Here's the main core. This little juicy spot's been hanging out ahead of our low, but what we're starting to see on satellite, and let's go zoom in on it, is starting to wrap together. Slow development, but it's starting to get the look. So we haven't used the word recurve all year, and we haven't used the word the look. But this one's getting the look. But if you notice back here, the next couple waves coming off, there's very little dry air out here in the Atlantic. This is dry air. Yellow is dry air. Invest, I lost track of all these invests. But the system ahead of this one had dry air. I think it was Invest 90. And there you go. So the atmosphere is getting a little more moist. Everybody hates it. Julie just let out a... All right, so tropical tidbits in 2 seconds. I want to zoom in on the Atlantic, show you what I'm talking about by getting the look. And the second thing, let me tell you what. I don't know what the heck is going on in the Gulf of Mexico, but that is a big old blob. It's not tropical. I looked at a lot of wind maps. It's just, typical convergence here. But you can't take your eyes off it. I'm telling you, that's live. This is on Weather Nerds. Look at that. That's just a bubbling blob in the Gulf. Not mentioned by the National Hurricane Center. This is live. This is not the spot that's marked by the National Hurricane Center. This is happening now. We'll see what it does. Sometimes things like this happen in real time that you can't predict. The Gulf is hot. Loop currents, loop eddies. So just keep an eye on that. Nothing official by that at all. So, all right. Models, that's it. I got to take a nap. So we're going to crack open a Red Bull. They sent me 3 cases of this. Appreciate that. My buddy John over at Daytona with Celsius has a car tonight. Everybody knows we love Celsius too. So it's a battle of the energy drinks here at Mike's Weather Page. All right, let's go to the Euro. This is what's happening. This is really important to show. All right, this is tropicaltidbits.com. I'm going to zoom in a little bit ahead of time here. Remember, we're not going to worry about the Gulf right now. This is what we're going to talk about. So the latest Euro, this is next Friday. Developing system nearing the Virgin Islands. Northern Islands, Virgin Islands. This is next Friday. Thursday, Friday. This has been the time frame. We talked about it all last week. This is the wave, if you know, the wave that always looked like the one to watch. There you go. Next Friday, 1003. Could be Danielle by then. It's important not to look at intensity and long-term models. All you're really looking at is low pressure areas, and once they're organized, they can do anything. Rapid intensification is always possible. You just don't know. The fact is, we're looking at a seed, a low pressure area, and track. So this is next Friday, and here is the latest track. Definitely getting to be hurricane north of Puerto Rico. And it's starting to get a little developed. There's a lower Bahamas, 983. So that's definitely hurricane. Could be getting strong. This is next Sunday, Labor Day weekend. Let's do a forecast GIF. I like these. I never used these last year, but I've kind of figured them out. And then we'll go to day 10. Look what happens. Recurve. Now, something interesting happens, though. You got to be careful about long-range steering currents. We go from a pretty strong high, which would indicate a west-northwest track, and then all of a sudden we get a very big weakness that comes around, and that would be a recurve. But too far away. But the good news is, if you're in the western Bahamas or Florida, the latest Euro is starting to hint on a recurve. Good news, right? Too far away to be certain, and I'm going to show you why. Upper level wind. Well, let's look at a forecast gift. All right, so these forecast gifts are pretty neat. Trend gifts, I mean. All right, so we're going to go back the latest 8 runs. Let's go 10 runs on the Euro. All right, so this is a cool little graphic. This is just going to bounce around like a little ping pong ball. But these are the last 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4 runs of 5. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 runs of the Euro. And what the point of that is to show you the last 2 days, the Euro has been very, very consistent on this system for next Sunday. All right, so that's high confidence. We don't get that random outlier run and then nothing and then another one. This has been consistent, so just putting that out there. This is a cool little feature on Tropical Tidbits, by the way. Okay, the latest overnight 00Z, like I said, same thing. This one got a little bit closer. This is day 10. This is Monday. This is Labor Day. This is the overnight Euro. This is where we start to just kind of think out loud and say, oh, okay, we got high pressure to the north. You start looking at 500 millibar levels, usually, or I do. I don't know what everybody else does. But, you start to see how, you start to look at weaknesses in the atmosphere, and you're like, okay, we got a little high pressure maybe here. If you saw a high pressure setup like that, there's really only one way to go. But 10 days out is just so hard to predict exact placement of this high. And, a slight, Florida, I don't have to tell you guys anything. I mean, we've had systems skirt Florida a lot, and it can be nerve-wracking, when does this thing turn? Does it turn close to the Carolinas? Does it do that? Does it get close to our friends in the Bermuda? We don't know. Does it keep on going through Florida? These are all real things. So you're going to start hearing a lot more discussion about this from the big dogs, I guarantee it. So this is last night's run. Now see, this is interesting. This is a high pressure, right? High pressure system. This is what Dorian ran into when it just stopped. And we go to the latest 12Z. That's a pretty big high pressure system. That's what it's running into. So, these are things we're going to look at as far as upper level winds. And orange is high pressure. This is your mid levels. So, the high pressure could build in and block it. And it would create a weakness allowing this to go up. So, too far away to know. 10 days out is a long way away. But, in the short term, we got people down in the Virgin Islands. This is next Thursday, Friday, this week, less than a week away. And then, of course, we'll see what it does toward the Bahamas, if it's anything. But the euro is really convinced it's something. Now, other good news for at least Florida. If we were to look at the GFS is showing. We got to go back to the lower level. Don't look at the Gulf over here. The GFS, like I said, the GFS in the Gulf, now it's having it go down in Mexico. But let's go back to what we're looking at here. This is Friday, a little slower on the GFS. GFS does a little recurve. So, again, the point of me going live is this. One, we have something to look at. Two, there's no reason to get worked up if you live in the United States as of now. Be aware, but, we could be looking at a classic recurve. Could be. That's the latest GFS. Last night's 00Z. You can see the weaker here, and it kind of keeps the energy, does a little weaker. So there, there's consistency there. Canadian. Now, here's your Canadian. This is next Friday. Virgin Islands, weak system, developing system. Puerto Rico. I didn't show the weather nerves. I know I meant to. Getting close to Puerto Rico. And here's your Canadian. Getting to the Bahamas. This is next Sunday, next weekend. Developing. And it stops at 10 days right there. So it's close enough that we can be having a lot of people watching this this week if it materializes. Not going to make any bold predictions because that would be reckless and dangerous. Here's a little high pressure showing up on the CMC also. So there, it's all going to come down to the timing of this high pressure system, and if it runs into it or not. So that's that. Let's look at the icon real quick. It doesn't really go out that far. This is 500 millibar. Let's go. I love the icon. It's my favorite model. It's showing a 985 hurricane north. This is Thursday, north of the islands. And hard to tell what it's doing. So, boom. It only goes out to Saturday. This is next Saturday, next week. So, got my eyes on it. I'm glad I got nothing to do this week. I'll be tracking Tropics with you all week long. We're going to look for trends. All right, so let's look at another cool model that I got. Weathernerds.org again. This is a really cool model. They just came out. I showed you the ensembles earlier, but I'll show them again. This one is pretty neat. It shows you an animated. These are spaghetti models. These are actually all the European spaghetti model ensembles, but this gives you an idea what's going to happen, possibly. We stop here. This is next Friday, Saturday. It's past the islands, but you can see, your mean line, which is usually going to be your operational, somewhere around here. So it's kind of north of the islands, but there is a good spread here, and we're getting close to the Bahamas. This is next Sunday, next week. And then we get to this. And, it only goes out. Now, that's 10 days. I wish I could make this bigger. I can't, though. But I do have another site. But if you can kind of see what I'm talking about here, obviously we had 2 waves behind it. We're not going to talk about those yet. But there are some 10 days from now. This would be like Monday into Tuesday, Labor Day. We do have some still trucking west. We do have some curving. So that's that. So the point of this is this. There's no way to know yet if this is going to recurve or not. It all comes down to a high pressure system that could be building in and blocking our system. Some of your longer range ensembles, since we're on the subject of ensembles, can go past 10 days here, and we'll get really close here to the East Coast. I guess that's close enough. I don't know if what we could do here. Gulf of Mexico, maybe. That's kind of neat. I like this one. All right, so there's 10 days. We go to 12 days, 13 days. Oh, is this 12Z yet? I don't know if this is 12Z. Get it? This is 12Z. Okay. So there's 12Z. All right. So there are obviously there's more recurving than Florida. So no reason to panic yet. We're going to have a system that could be making news because it could be heading this way. Every eyeball in the world will be on Florida, in the Bahamas. Everybody will be watching what the heck is going on. Just too far away to know. But as far as the environment goes, the environment is definitely, let's take a look at this while we chit chat. The environment is definitely becoming more favorable. The wind shear is supposed to die down. It's getting to a more moist and juicy atmosphere. I know that's not very scientific, but it's moist and juicy. So that's what it is. Sponsored by your local gum. Let's get a little better. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna read comments now. So because I get yelled at if I don't read comments. I get yelled at all the time. But all right, here we go. When I talk about the look, let's just put it on visible satellite. This is so cool. Let's let it load here. We'll do visible satellite, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Where it's starting to get the look. Here we go. Drum roll. There we go. Oh man, the sun goes down. Let's cue a little Brooks and Dunn. Let's see. Darn it, we waited too long. Let's see if the infrared will pick it up. I wanted to show the spin. We could probably go back to IR. Yeah, this is not too bad. Okay, we'll leave that up. And what you're looking at here is a developing system. You can start to see the clouds rotating in. You're starting to see the secondary blob kind of making its way in. So you've got this really good look here at a really broad low pressure area. But look at it. You can see it. It's in the developing stages. And we haven't seen that all year. So I forgot what it looks like. The Gulf might surprise us, Jason. Well, listen, if we're looking at what's happening in the Gulf right now, it's not a typical what you see with lower level circulation. I've seen this a bunch with these blobs in the Gulf. You get this uprising convection here. Look at that. It's not your typical. It's a lot of convection. Rising air. You can see it. This is rising air. It shows up very well on the surface map. So we're not seeing any lower level circulation yet. We're just seeing it's a bubbling thunderstorm in the Gulf of Mexico. But you never take your eyes off of it, because if this thing sits out here for a day, then it could start developing a low pressure area. All you need is thunderstorms to develop a low pressure area. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. There's no storm to hit Louisiana. Hey, USVI weather guy, I agree, and the fact that the Virgin Islands, this thing is so broad. These things take a long time to consolidate into a low pressure area. So that doesn't have a lot of convection right now. Yes, it's supposed to enter a window probably past the Lesser Antilles is likely. So the good thing for the islands is really nobody's showing anything. The icon's showing a little bit more developed system, but it's to the north of you. But yeah, this is going to take some time to wrap up. As far as the question about Louisiana, listen, anybody that's shared the GFS model in the last 2 weeks showed a hurricane. So don't, there's no guarantee. There's just nothing right now. If I had to say the only people right now that if you're worried about people living in the United States, coastal, you got to say continental U.S., would be Florida. watching, because there are some ensembles from the Euro showing this thing turning later, and the models are showing a potential developing system. Anybody else right now is just throwing darts at a dartboard naked or blind or whatever, pinned a tail on a donkey or whatever that game was. What was it? Anyway. So me being in Florida, I talked to a lot of people at Daytona this weekend. I'm like, hey, did you see what might be happening Labor Day weekend? Yeah. So, listen, I'm not hyping anything. I don't see any reason to board up any windows yet. I do see that we could be watching this thing the next couple days, and this is where we really start to trust the models. I mean, the whole reason I built the website, Spaghetti Models, because I have this love. What the heck? There goes my attack dogs. Don't 15 pounds of pure meanness. I believe in the models, and we're seeing high confidence from the Euro, first time all year of a potential developing system. So I believe that we will see something trying to develop out of this. Some of the strongest color on my little color chart here that we've seen all year too. This is tropical storm probability, and this is the highest. This is the highest we've seen all year on the Euro, and this is a great model. This is your probability. This blends in your ensembles. It's a really good look, and the timestamp here is for next Sunday. It takes all the little lines of the Euro and it kind of blends in where at this moment they agree the most on, and this little spot right here is showing up, at 40 to 50%, and which is pretty high for the Euro. That's the highest signature we've had all year from tropical formation from the Euro. So that's all. Take a nap now. Hey, YouTubers, we just got a new Cat One supporter. Appreciate that. Miss Shelley will reach out to you virtually, unless you live across the street. Got the big launch on Monday. So far, the weather pattern has been, mornings have been pretty good. It's raining pretty bad over there right now. So what else can we talk about? Central Gulf. Michael, good question. It's just leftover frontal line. It's not anything developing yet. There it is, Michael. It's got my attention for sure. I'm like, what the heck is that? We love watching blobs, and right now there's no spinach or circulation, but it is the tail of a front, and it is in the bay, lower Gulf, and we watch these things. So we'll see what it does. What's up, Christina? Good morning. Fellow Coneheads. Vicky Hill, you're welcome. Hey, Chris. I don't know the question on that. Probably depends on the refrigerator. How many watts you think? I ran mine this weekend. Oh my God. I'll be sharing pictures. Yeah, we can look at humidity. Bob Daly asked to look at the middle atmosphere, which is the humidity levels. We can take a look at that. I guess we can look at GFS for that. So there you go. It rides along. I mean, there is some drier to the north. There's drier to the front, but the Euro creates a little bubble for it. That's your moisture in the air. You can see the high coming into play in the last few frames here of the Euro, potentially turning our system on a fast recurve. But like I said, too far. But there is hope that this thing could recurve before the Bahamas and maybe just be a Bermuda threat. Too far away to know. No doubt about it. My gut model. Matt, good question, Matt. South Carolina, at this point, nobody has anything to worry about at all. Let me see if I can get back to my let's go back to this, the latest. I guess we'll just look at the latest euro, and we'll pop open the East Coast here, and just kind of show you what's going on. So these are your latest ensembles from the euro. Now this can change. You know, this is the latest 12Z. Last night 00Z. You know, had a see this is where models flip flop. This is what I'm saying. So this is last night, 12 hours ago. The euro actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 make it into the Gulf. Had 1, 2, 3, 4 make it into Florida. Had a couple into South Carolina. Had a lot recurve, yes. But we're going to see a lot of this flip flopping around. The main thing is I usually, you know, let's go out a week. Let's just go out a week. Let's just do 1 week at a time. Remember, we talked about Michael. It was a tropical storm 3 days out. Model accuracy 3 days out, pretty darn good. Model accuracy, as far as accuracy, 10 days out, not so much. But, you know, as far as, it really stretches out. Where are we going? All right, I'm trying to zoom in here. 7 days out. 7 days out. 9 days out. So, there we go. 9 days out. We zoom in on that. 9 days from now. Straight shot. 9 days from now. September 5th. Which would be Labor Day. September 5th, we could have anything from, you know, here. It looks like an eventual turn is coming. Lots of models are predicting a high pressure building in. The question is, when does it do that? That's what we're watching. And there's no point to go live every 5 minutes. I get a lot of people panicking like, oh my God, are you going to go live? Well, first off, we're talking about a system in the middle Atlantic. That's like a week plus away. No reason to panic at all. It's hurricane season. Anything can happen. Bingo cards, Cozumel. Well, very outside chance on this system here. This Western Caribbean system is just not really showing up on very many runs. The GFS can scare the heck out of you. Let's zoom in on the Western Atlantic. The GFS is the only one showing development, and this would be Friday. So, you know, again, the GFS has been terrible this year. I would not suggest using it. My opinion. I don't know what's happened to the GFS, but it has been wrong. If you follow us on our page, the GFS has been wrong so many times this season. I have never seen a model wrong so much in my life. But there you go. That's what it shows. We go back to last Thursday, 25th. You know, it's been consistent. I'll give you that. But, you know, it's had hurricanes going up into, I mean, there you go. Look at that. Look at this. September. So this was 3 days ago. 936 millibar system into the Panhandle. The only one showing it. You just can't believe it right now. I mean, then it comes back, rides it along the East Coast. Then the next model, it goes, let's see what the 12 is. Then the next model, a very weak system in Louisiana. Then the very next model, what did it do then? Then it goes down to Mexico. Then it spits up one. I mean, it's just, it's terrible. Terrible. Everybody else isn't showing anything in the Cozumel, bottom line. So, could have a little rain, a little moisture. But we're really focused on this little guy. This is the one in the middle Atlantic. So, there you go. I'm anxiously going to be watching models now. Because that's what we do. We do. All right, any more questions? Oh, do. Hey, thanks, Lynette Lemon. Like the last name. Did I sell the... do I sell? No, that was a wrap, Have a Mill. If you reach out, USA wraps, I think is what they were called. I'm sure they'd sell you the wrap. I have no problem with it. I just had a wrap design. It's a Arctic cooler, I think it was. Arctic. It's just a wrap. Hey, Mike Sherman. And this is not an invest yet, by the way. There's no true center of circulation. I suspect. I haven't even looked at it. I can't believe I haven't looked at it. There's really, you can see it's a very broad, low circulation. No, actually, it's not. I knew I'd be wrong. Well, it is at the 850 level. Well, actually, they could invest it. There's 850. I mean, it's got decent little spinach. There's 850 circulation. Man, it's got good vorticity. Look at that. That's nice. It could be an invest any minute. I'm surprised it's not an invest, honestly. That's some pretty good signature right there. 850. Very good signature. This is the Middle Atlantic wave. This is the orange NHC wave. This is an actual system that is trying to develop. Very healthy looking, very large spin. However, it does not have much convection in it. Systems need convection. And there is dry air out there, but it does have some convection. There's just no convection in the center. But it's got circulation. We've seen a lot of systems with convection without circulation. When you have circulation and you get into a more moist environment, meaning the Western Atlantic, things can happen fast. So this is very no, your thing didn't just skip. I did. Then you look at the Gulf, and there's no sign of circulation. Even though we got this big blob in the Gulf right here, that's not it. That's it. Let me look at the difference. Look, Gulf blob convection, amazing, right? If you were to put this on right now, and you would look at this and you'd be like, oh my God, what's happening in the Gulf of Mexico? It looks like a hurricane. It does. But look, when you look at circulation at 850, that's your lower level circulation, 850 millibar, nothing. No circulation at all. 700, maybe a little bit. That's a frontal line. But you got to have low level circulation. And we don't have low level circulation. So even though it's a mid-level, and it's an old frontal line. Now, this can't, like I said, you watch it. That's why I posted it. Sometimes this mid-level circulation can reach down to the surface if it stays persistent enough. But at this moment, a lot of this is being fed here. We have an upper level high, kind of spinning in some of this moisture. You can see it right here spinning, and all this, just kind of. So it's very unstable environment. There's probably a lot of wind shear out there too, by the way. Let me look. Gulf's probably got a lot of wind shear. It looks like it does a lot of wind shear. Upper level winds to the north and coming in all angles. So not very favorable environment for the Gulf of Mexico right now. Maybe a little bit. Not the best. But then we go back to the spinach in the Gulf there. This is, like I said, going back to lower level. Get rid of that stupid thing. Lower level, no spinach. Where we're watching, lots of spinach. So that's why this one is interesting. It's got spinach. And it's going to track a little bit that way. Upper level wind steering map. You can see it right here. Good shot. Kind of showing you our high pressure. We talked about this a lot. High pressure here has been setting up a little bit more to the north this season, allowing a little bit more of this. And that's going to create more of a gap for this to kind of ride the high pressure system a little bit more north. This high pressure to the north theory has been that it's enabled more dry air to enter the Caribbean and Atlantic because the high is set up a little bit more to the north. And now that we have a high up here, let's say, it's enabled this to happen, and we've had a lot of dry air where typically this would be a little lower and the winds would be a little to the south, and all this wouldn't have came off of Africa as much as the dry air. So good article I read where the highs positioning this year is a little high. And what's happening with the high pressure a little bit more up here, it's going to allow a little bit more curve than we've seen in the past. So that's why a lot of these models are curving up a little bit more, because that high pressure is to the north. So anyway, we'll be live again soon. So anyway, bottom line is this, everybody, it's not an invest yet. Everything you need to know is on the site. People watching would be the Lesser Antilles for Thursday, Friday, especially northern parts. Then as we get closer to the Bahamas, towards Labor Day weekend, and like I said, anybody, in the southeast, we see something possibly head your way later part of Labor Day weekend, Monday, Tuesday, if it weren't turning. It's just too far to know. It's just good to know what's going on. But man, look at this rain in Florida. Hope the race gets on tonight, but it doesn't look very good right now over there. Remember we talked about this all last week? Tropical juice across Florida. Unfortunately, it played out. We had rain showers across the state pretty much all day yesterday and today. Tropical flow came in from the Caribbean, and we had this old lingering front, so we just got attacked on all sides here in Florida, and just juicy. But it is moist. Tammy Harvick, what's up? Crystal, Invest coming very soon, any moment. Whitney, how's it going? No hurricanes, Diane, I promise. And by the way, I think it was a year ago that we were chasing Ida. I can't believe it. Is that true? Was it a year ago? Could it be? Are we that far behind? August 26th. Oh my goodness gracious. Yep, Hurricane Ida was 1 year ago. I can't believe it. Where did time go? Bob, gut feeling on the recurve. Oh my goodness. Well, we have talked about fronts this year has been the storyline. I guess if you had to make a call right now, it's going to recurve, because the GFS, even though it's not doing good, shows a recurve. Let's look at Canadian ensembles. But there's more Euro ensembles showing a recurve before the middle western Bahamas. Lower Bahamas definitely watching, but as of now, like I said, as of now. Last night's Euro was showing a recurve possibly through the state and even some states in the Gulf. So it's just too early. Historically speaking, we don't get these fronts to come down like this. These frontal boundaries have been very odd this year. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. Only God knows why. What song is that? Only God knows why. You can't really get a good picture there with the GF or the Canadian. These are the Canadian ensembles. Just kind of focus your eyeballs right here. You can see a lot of them recurve. But you see one recurve through Florida. You see them get awfully close to the East Coast. It's just hard to know right now. And right now it's not even anything. But it does look good on satellite, I will say that. It definitely looks like it's trying to develop into something. So maybe that's Danielle. We will see. Are you out there? Is anybody out there? Don't know about the high pressure. I'd be an adventurous realtor. I really don't know. I think we've had a lot of fronts this year, and that would mean a greater chance this thing's going to pull north and turn. If things maintain that, it'll really determine how far this thing lifts in the short term. We've talked about this every year. A storm that, is it going to curve? When's it going to curve? Not if it's going to curve, when it's going to curve. Jerry Coe, no softball. But Emily did have a camp today at University of Tampa. She was sick today. She had some stomach flu or something. She wasn't feeling good. But she went through it, and she did great. She's sleeping now. Johnny, yep, I believe you're right, buddy. The Euro has probably been the best this year, and the Icon has been really good at picking models up. And if you recall last week, the icon was really picking this one up good. If it heads your way, Gretchen, good question. Where are you at? How would I know where you're at? You make it sound like we're friends. Oh, I'm tapping my legs, by the way. Where you at, Gretchen? I'll tell you. But anyway, timing would be Lesser Antilles Thursday, Friday. Lower Bahamas could be Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. If it reached Florida, let's say, it more than likely would not be over the weekend next weekend. It more than likely would be Monday, Tuesday of next week, Labor Day into Tuesday. Yeah, intensity. If it was weaker, it would go a little more west. It definitely, though, it's getting its act together. There's no doubt about it. That once it gets its act together, it'll definitely be more influenced by upper level winds. So, recurve. So yeah, listen, no anxiety. If you guys are on other message boards, there's a lot of people panicking over nothing right now. You can't panic over nothing. It's the hurricane season. We typically have these all the time. And there's a lot of anxiety because we haven't had anything in forever. So yeah, I get it. But that's that. Eric guys, when's the last time we went through storm without August? I think it's almost record-breaking. Almost record-breaking. Miami, I'd be watching close. Get some sleep. I'm going to take a nap. Happy pie. What the heck? You talking moonshine? Thunder in St. Pete. Yep, we got some storms brewing all over the state of Florida right now. Tropical juice has invaded Florida. Unfortunately, it was on radar last week. Look at this. Even the panhandle getting it. Look at that. Lingering frontal line. And all this tropical juice got pulled up from the lower Caribbean. And it's just moistened up the sky. And it's precipitable water. That's some heavy duty. I mean, look at that. We got a marine warning in the Gulf of Mexico right now in the Tampa Bay area. There's a tremendous amount of moisture in the air for Florida today. Oh, thunder here. I just heard thunder. So maybe that was your thunder. Oh, that was over in YouTube land. Adventure was real. Hey, by the way, we're streaming. I didn't do behind the scenes TikTok. Darn it. Oh well. You're welcome, Marlene. Phyllis, nobody knows what the blob. It's just a blob. There's nothing tropical going on in the Gulf. Promise. Right now, there's not, at least. No models are showing it. The NHC didn't mark it. It's just a blob. It's leftover frontal line. It's really looking healthy. But it's not. It doesn't have any spinach. It's like, Julie, are you awake? Who was Popeye's girlfriend? Olive Oil? Okay, this is Olive. Popeye's in the Atlantic. Popeye's got the spinach. Olive doesn't have anything but oil. Shelly's got steak. Good for you, Shelly. Billy, Daytona. Is it raining, Billy? Give us a Daytona report. I was there yesterday, obviously. It was an amazing race yesterday. Those guys were so aggressive in the Xfinity series. I knew there was going to be a lot of wrecks because they were beating on each other hard. Way more than usual. Guys have told me in the past that when they have a rain delay like we did, they just sit there and they just get all stewed up, ready to go. And the drop of the green flag last night, they were just beating on each other like you knew there was going to be wrecks. There was a lot of wrecks. John, there is a high pressure building in, it looks like, to the west. But there are a lot of ensembles. Last night, 00Z showed 5, 6, 7, 8 curving late. So, thunder in the area, it stopped. Good news. Hey, good. Kevin Harvick, your man. Yeah, who y'all want to win tonight? Last race to get into the chase. I'm a Brad Keselowski fan. I guess I should be rooting for Brad. The only way he's going to make it is if he wins. I'm just talking now. Had a great time with JD Motorsports. Working, possibly trying to get a car. What do y'all think about this? This is our little secret, but we might have an opportunity to have a car at the Xfinity race for the Daytona Speed Weeks in February. And my goal would be a hurricane-themed car that we would have some of our sponsors obviously helping, number one. But we would have a tent. We would have hurricane preparedness. We would have hurricane prep for the state. It would be late February. Getting ready for next season. We could have a section for our MWPs. A little party. I think that it would bring a great awareness to our state with hurricanes, and I would love some EOS, Florida EOC, Red Cross. I think the media would totally cover this concept of hurricane awareness for our state. And it would be a cool looking car. It would be, I already saw a drawing that we could do on it. But yeah, prepare is everything, so I'm hoping it would be really fun. Dorian is coming up. Casey, yep. Mary Jo, yeah, thanks. I threw it out there to a few people. Sharon says fake. What's fake? I'm fake. No. What else we talk about? Big storm. Nope. Trent Hogg, they ran out and we have not made another batch, so it's kind of a bummer. We were really doing good with it, but that's the way it works. John, I appreciate it. Be a ton of fun. I think it would be the hit of Speed Weeks. I'm trying not to be excited about it, but it would be amazing. I'm telling you. Be there through the week. People can stop by, get all kinds of great hurricane information. It'd be kind of like Florida's car, it'd have a hurricane on it. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Yeah, Michael, in October. We're not even in September yet. European model came out this week with the seasonal forecast still predicting above average named storms. So we had a lull, yes, but we were entering peak season. October surprises many with some pretty potent storms, like major hurricanes, and Michael recently. So it doesn't mean anything that we have had a slow start. The environmental conditions are definitely still favorable. We've had no storms, so there hasn't been a lot of upwelling of waters. Ocean heat content is very warm. We haven't had hardly any ice. So the bottom line is the ocean, the Gulf. There's a lot of potential energy out there waiting to be tapped. So we'll see. Sandy, Wilma, you guys are bringing up some big ones. Matthew in October. Sandy was late October. You're right. It was right around her Halloween. Tony, I don't know if the race is going to happen tonight. I really wish I knew what was going on. Let's pull up some local radar over there. Some good old radar scope. I love radar scope. Everybody asks me all the time, what's a good radar app? I do have my own app. I highly recommend it, obviously, but I do love radar scope too. So let's take a look here at Daytona, and for some reason I'm not zooming in here. Oh, there we are. Let's get a little closer. Oh, man, I'm really close here. All right, we're gonna go here. Turn that off. There we go. All right. So, New Smyrna Beach. Well, we're not even showing Daytona on here. Come on. Pop in there. There's Daytona Beach. Okay, so there's our storm just passed. Kind of clear. There's Daytona Beach. We unfortunately do have more bluing. Remember what happened yesterday? We could have a repeat of yesterday. We could have a little break. But what I'm worried about for tonight with Daytona is this secondary line here kind of getting its act together. We got a little break, a little daytime heating left. You know, you get a little break, a little sunshine comes out, you could get a little back to instability in this little area. Could, you know, possibly brew, and you know, hopefully this line will die out. But it's not over yet. This is live. There's a lot of moisture left. They can't do anything with lightning in the area. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to wait for all this out here to dissipate. Remember Bill France? Bill France. Remember the original Firecracker 400? Didn't it run like at 11 in the morning? Just saying. Hardly rains in the morning in Florida. Dwayne, you are right. Tap and juicy. Anyway. All right, so we'll be live tomorrow. This is all saved on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We will definitely be live tomorrow sometime. You know, we got models overnight. Don't make knee-jerk reaction. Tony Sparks, thanks, buddy. I just read your comment. California? Doesn't rain in California. I don't know. What's up with that? Adventures Realtor said something. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of cool things we could do. Another good idea Phil had even was making donations. Corporations can make donations to the Red Cross if Red Cross helped us with the race car. And that way it's a write-off for companies. So they would be, helping us and also making charity. So, we'll see. But anyway, we will be live tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Sunday? Probably afternoon. Probably later tomorrow night. So we'll shoot for later. Is that good for you, Shelly? It's all about Shelly right now. I'm cutting into her weekend. We were prime time for September. We were ready to go every day, 24 hours a day. We're ready. Oh, you know what? I think I have my messengers off. Did somebody message me? So this is it. I have nothing to do for a month. I am ready to go. I'll be here every step of the way. My only fear at this point, Michelle and Brew Crew just posted a picture of a beer. I like it. I'm looking at my Facebook. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. Where'd my messenger go? Hang with me, or we'll lose here. I don't know. Every buttons move around all the time. What the hell's going on here? Nope, nothing. Okay. Talladega. You guys know that I go to Talladega every year since Emily was an infant. So that would be our 17th year in a row going to Talladega. Well, no, we didn't go during COVID. So we went every year that they raced. How about that? And it's the end of September, early October. So my only fear is that we get a system, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't miss our trip. That's our family trip. But I got some friends at Verizon I'm going to reach out to. They talked to me at the Governor's Hurricane Conference. I saved your card, sir, if you're listening. I got it right here. Because I wanted to reach out. They mentioned to me that they have a possibility of a mobile. What is that thing? What am I saving that thing for? A mobile. Where did it go? I got it somewhere down here. A mobile. Basically, my own cell tower. Put it to you that way. So they have the technology. Talladega is a month away. Let's get through September. Anyway, so we got it. We'll be live tomorrow afternoon, evening, more than likely. Probably the same time. I like 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock work. We'll announce it. You found me on the NASCAR Twitter page, Tony Sparks. How is that even possible? Because I posted on there? I probably said, come see us. Let's see what we got on Twitter, by the way. Tampa Bay's got some... Man, we had I drove home. Lakeland had an amazing shelf cloud today on the way home. No wake zone in NASCAR. Oh, my gosh. Look at the flooding going on in Daytona Beach. Look at that. Oh. That is the infield completely underwater. That is some serious rain. I told you. That is... Oh, I don't know if they can race even if the grass is that wet. I don't know what they're going to do. That's a lot of water to drain. Look at that. That's like a lake. You know, Lake Lloyd's on the back stretch, not the front stretch. Something's going on here. Lake Lloyd has now moved into the front straightaway at Daytona. That's a live look at Daytona. Not good. They're going to take a while to dry out. And then the time they get it dried out, it looks like there's going to be another rain cloud coming in from behind because the atmosphere is very moist. But they always got tomorrow morning. Should just call it now and do it in the morning. Let everybody just party tonight. Let everybody go party tonight and wake up, watch the race, go home. All right, that's it. All right, so we'll be live tomorrow. There's, oh my goodness, GFS. Don't show the GFS. Don't look at the GFS. GFS is terrible. All right. No reason to worry. Don't stress about anything. Tropics are here. Probably the only thing in the immediate future I'd be watching is this thing in the Gulf. Mid-level circulation, but nothing lower. But that's interesting. Sometimes these fizzle out pretty quick, though, so we'll see. But that's nothing to worry about. It's just kind of interesting. The other system is a long way away still. So have a great night. Cheers. Saturday night. Feels like Sunday. I think we're going to go to Daytona. We went to the new Hooters in Kissimmee on the way home. It was nice. All right, Shelly. Time for your steak. See ya. Thanks for all the supporters out there, by the way. We got a couple ways you can be a part of our page. We have a lot of great supporters right here. Click on this link right here. We give a lot of perks away. It helps the page, helps what I do. I guess we're crowdfunded officially. Hey, in our cruise group, we picked up 5 new cabins this week. We only got 100 cabins, okay? But 16 counties in the state of Florida have spring break during our cruise next March. So if you're one of those lucky kids, parents, kids, definitely consider our second annual MWP cruise. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun we have. A lot of stuff's planned. But all the info's here. Congratulations. We got 5. We have a special group too, Shelly's has. We have a special cruise group page. So when you book your cabin, make sure you reach out. We'll add you to the Brew Oh my God, what was that? I'm stuttering, she's coughing, man. We're like a picture of good health here in the Boylan house. Emily woke up with a stomach flu, and Sarah's over there basically healthy. Whatever the hell I was saying. You'll get invited to the cruise page, and as we get a little closer, we'll start having a lot more discussions and talking about what we're going to do and all the fun we're going to have. So, but anyway, that was cool news. All right, tomorrow night we'll have a live. Look for a time, more than likely to be 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So same place, same time. Have a great night. Maybe I'll be live on TikTok tonight by the fire. We'll see everybody. Bye-bye. Cheers.